presentation of a radio play, it is also a Rick and Morty drinking game. Does everyone have their drinks? All right. The rules are going to be simple for this drinking game. Take a sip. When a character says "fuck," say it pretty often. Character, not a word.
Yeah, wait. What if they say it in character?
If they say it in character, take a sip if you want. Free country, do what you want. Take a drink or a gulp, whichever, when Jerry says,
I, Jerry Smith.
And he says, in case you don't know anything about Shakespeare, Shakespeare characters reference themselves pretty damn often. And then, of course, there is the full Sanchez, where if Rick says, wubba lubba dub dub, you wubba lubba chug chug. Yeah, I've been drinking. Leave me alone. All right, that's our drinking rules. That's our drinking rules for the game. Okay. If you need to refill your drink, Chloe's at the bar. Be sure to tip her. And with that said, let's begin the show.
GWS Companions presents a Rick and Morty special presentation of Jerry Caesar, an interdimensional radio play.
Ooh-wee! For a musifier that would ascend the brightest heaven of the invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling sea. War! Froopyland.
What are you doing?
Ooh-wee, Gearhead! I'm just reading the opening scene where I tell how King Tommy of Froopyland was accidentally killed by a fallen machete, and Jerry Smith was mistakenly made king.
I'm pretty sure you were quoting Revenge of the Sith. What the fuck was Revenge of the Sith? I'm reminded of the time I was talking about the 7th year of the Gear Wars. And I confused Metropolis with Metropolis. I mean, it's funny considering their diverse history, which includes...
Ooh-wee! Since a crooked figure may attest in Little Place a Million, and let us, ciphers to this great account on your imaginary forces work!
Think, when we talk of horses, that you see them printing their proud hooves in the receding earth fortunes yours. See, what most people forget is the most essential element of the gear, the screw.
A fit forest to this history, who prolong like your humble patience pray, gently to hear, kindly to judge our play. Jerry Caesar, an interdimensional radio play. Scene 1, Froopyland. Flourish. Enter Jerry Smith, Beth Smith for the chorus, Morty Smith, Summer Smith, and Rick C-137 Sanchez. A great crowd of Froopyland denizens following, among them, Mr. Meekseeks.
Oh, that was going to be Chelsea.
I'm the second next.
Oh, that's...
No, she's not.
Peso, slay it to Tommy Jerry Peaks.
Set on and leave no ceremony out.
Sorry, when it's your part, you stand at the stand. I forgot to give you that note. We have like 5 minutes to remember.
Set on and leave no ceremony out.
Hey, Jerry. I'm Mr. Meekseeks. Look at me.
Who calls?
Bid every noise, be still, peace yet again.
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music cry, Jerry, speak. I, Jerry Smith, his turn to hear.
Beware the eyes of March, Jerry.
What is that?
It's Mr. Meekseeks. You shall not rest till his aim met. His aim is to bid you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me, let me see his face.
Hey, blue balls. Come from the throng. Look upon. Jerry.
Wait, what sayest to me now? Speak once again.
I'm Mr. Meekseeks. Beware the eyes of March.
He is a dreamer, let us leave him. Pass.
Senate, exalt all except Morty and Rick.
Morty. Hey, Morty. Will you go see the ruler of the order of the course?
Not I.
Probably should. I mean, you know.
I'm not gamesome.
I'll leave you.
Morty, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love that I want to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your grandpa that, by the way, loves you.
Grandpa Rick, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance. Merely upon myself vexed I am, of late with passions of some difference. But let not therefore my good friends be grieved, that poor Morty, with himself at war, forgets the shows of love to other men.
Then, Morty Stumpfuckicus,
What?
I have much mistook your passion. Tell me, Morty, can I see your face? If I can, is thy mind not blown?
No, Grandpa Rick, for the eyes see not itself, but by reflection, by some other things.
Therefore, good Morty, be prepared to hear it, since you know you cannot see yourself. So as well by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself.
Flourish and shout.
What needs of shouting? Do you fear the people choose my dad for their king?
You afraid, Morty? Then it must think you must not have it so.
I would not, yet I love him well. But wherefore do you hold me here so long? What is that you impart to me?
Morty, listen to me. Alright, I know that virtue be in you, as well as I do know your outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of the story. I was born mortal as Cherry. So were you. We have both fed as well. We both endured the winter's cold as well as he. And this dingus, from which banality spake, is now become a god. And me, an actual scientist / god / genius, with a wretched creature on much service his ass, if Jerry carelessly but not on him.
Shout. Flourish.
Oh, jeez, another eternal shout. I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that they heap on my father.
Well, fuck. He doth bestride narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at some time are masters of the fate. The fault, dear Morty, is not on our stars. Because astrology is bullshit. People who believe in it don't take accountability for their own actions. Or it is in ourselves that we are underlings. Morty and Jerry. Who should be in that Jerry? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together, yours name is fair. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Reason them, they're both as asinine and stupid. Conjure with them, Morty will start a spirit as soon as Jerry. Now in the names of all gods at once, upon what near doth our stupid Jerry feed, that he is so grown so great, age, thou art shame, you motherfucker.
And you do love me, I am nothing jealous. What you would work me do? I have some aim. How I have thought of this in these times, I shall recount hereafter. For this present, I would not, so with love I might entreat you. Be any further moved, what you have said, I will consider.
I'm glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Morty.
The games are done, and Dad is returning.
Re-enter Jerry and his train.
Let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Rick has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Jerry. He's not dangerous. He's a noble guy and well given.
Would he were fatter. But I fear him not. Yet, if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Rick. He reads much. He is a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plays, as thou dost, honey. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles, and smiles in such a sort as it mocked himself and scorned a spirit that could be moved to smile at anything. Such men as he be never at heart's ease, while they hold a greater than themselves, and therefore they are dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear, for always I am Jerry. Come on my right hand, for this ear is deaf, and tell me truly what thou think of him.
And so it is. For this time I will leave you. Tomorrow, if you please speak with me, I will come home to you, or if you will, come to me, or I'll wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world, Morty.
Exit Morty.
Well, you dumb fuck. Thou art noble. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought, for that is disposed. Therefore it is meet that noble minds keep with their lights. For who is so firm that cannot be seduced? Jerry doth hate me, but he loves Morty. If I were Morty now, and he were a Rick, he should not humor me. I will this night in several hands, in at his window's throat, as they came from several citizens, writing all tending the great opinion that Froopyland holds his name, wherein obscurely Jerry's dumb luck shall be glanced at. And after this let Jerry see him sure, we will shake him, or worse days endure.
That's it. Scene 2, by a river in Froopyland. Thunder and lightning. Enter from opposite sides, Summer, texting, and Rick.
Who the fuck is there? Come on! Come out, you motherfucker! I'll make a Yorick out of your thorax!
Just me.
Ugh, Summer. Jesus.
Say the line.
Say the line.
The fuck?
Your ear is good, Grandpa Rick. What night is this?
A very pleasing night as long as you forget I built this damn universe, but whatever.
Whoever knew the heavens better so?
Those that have known the earth so full of faults for my part, I have walked about the streets, submitting me unto the perilous night. And thus, unembraced Summer, as you see, I have bared my bosom to the thunderstone. And when the cross-blue lightning seemed to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself, even in the aim and very flash of heavenly boobies.
But wherefore did you so much tempt the heavens? It is the part of men to fear and tremble when the most mighty God by token sends its dreadful heralds to astonish us.
You are dull, Summer. You look pale and gaze and put upon fear and cast yourself in wonder, to see the strange impatience of the heavens. Now could I, Summer, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night, that thunders, lightens, opens graves, and roars as doth the lion on the stone, a man no mightier than himself or me in personal actions, yet prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are.
It's Dad you're speaking of, isn't it?
Let it be who it is! Your father's mind is dead, and he governs with your mother's spirit. He reigns on the land he has no right to, and fans his ego like a chump.
These Froopyland people intend to make him king, and he should wear his crown by sea and land, and I think much of the consequence of this.
I know where I will wear this dagger then. Rick from bondage will deliver Rick.
So can I, so every bondsman in his own hands bears the power to cancel his captivity. You speak to Summer, and to such a person that is no fleering telltale. Hold my hand, be factious for redress of all these griefs, and I will set this foot of mine as far as one who goes farthest.
Aha! Ticky-tacky! There's a bargain made! Now you, Summer, I have poured you already some certain assistance to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable, dangerous consequence. For now, this fearful night, there is no stir or walking in the streets, and the complexion of the element in favor is like the work we have at hand. Most bloody, fiery, and most terrible. Come, Summer, you and I will yet hear the day see Morty. 3 parts of him is ours already. I put a whole thing inside of this thing, so I have literally 3 parts of him. And the man entire upon the next encounter yields him ours. We will awaken and be sure of him. And that's the way the news goes.
Hands off. Scene 3, enter Morty. Still entering. Morty's on his way.
Morty's here!
Hi, Morty.
Since Rick first did with me against Jerry, I had not slept. Between the acting of dreadful thing and the first motion, all the interim is like a phantasma or a hideous dream. The genius and the moral instruments are there in council on the state of man. Like the little kingdom suffers then the nature of insurrection.
Enter the conspirators, Rick, Summer, Squanchy, Birdperson, and Noob Noob.
Good morning, Morty. Do we trouble you?
I've been up this hour, awake all night. I know that these men that come along with you.
Yes, every man of them, and no man have here but honors you. And every one doth wish you had but opinion of yourself, which every noble bastard bears of you. This is Squanchy.
I squanch the squanch, I squanch you oh so squanchily on the tongue.
This Birdperson.
The better part of valor is discretion, to which I say, your grandfather has none.
This, of course, is Summer. And finally, fresh off freelancing with the Vindicators, Noob Noob.
Goddamn! You're all welcome. Give me your hands, all over, one by one.
Let us swear a resolution.
Oh, jeez, not enough. Not in the face of men, the sufferance of our souls, this time's abuse. If these be motives weak, break off bedtimes, and every man hence in his idle bed. So let high-sided tyranny range on, till each man drop by lottery. But these, as I'm sure they do, bear fire enough to kindle enough cowards to steal with valor. The melting spirits of women, then countrymen, what need we any spur of it on cause? To prick us to redress?
Question. Shall no man else be touched, but only Jerry?
Well urged, Birdperson. I think it is not me, Beth, so well beloved of me shall outlive Jerry. We shall find her a shrewd contriver, and you know her means. If she improves them, may stretch so far as to annoy us all. And Lord knows how she can do that.
Is that a little extreme, Grandpa Rick?
Morty speaks wisely, Grandpa Rick. Let's kill him boldly, but not wrathfully. We shall be called purgers, not murderers. And for Beth, our mother, think not of her, for she can do no more than Dad's arm when Dad's head is off.
The fuck, Summer?
This must be done. This must be done, Morty, for his sake, for your mother's, for all of Froopyland, the fuckery it's become.
Oh, damn.
Your mom will see this, and she will be safe. There is no fear in her, she shall not die, for she will live and laugh in this hereafter as I do.
Peace, count the clock.
The clock has stricken 3.
Tis time to squanch.
It is doubtful yet whether Jerry will come forth today or no, for he is superstitious, grown of late. Quite from his main opinion, he held once of fantasy, of dreams, of ceremony, of apples. God knows what the fuck that was about.
It was in character.
He made me his apparent prodigies, the unaccustomed terror of this night, and the persuasion of his augurs may hold him from the throne today.
Never fear that it be so resolved. Let me work, or I can give this humor the true squanch. I will squanch him to the throne.
Nay, we will all of us be there to fetch him.
By the 8th hour, is that the uttermost?
Be that the uttermost, and not fail not them.
The morning comes upon us. We'll leave you, Morty. And friends, disperse yourselves, but I'll remember what you have said.
Good gentlemen, look fresh and merrily. Let not our locks put on our purposes, but bear as others do, with untired spirits and formal constancy. And so good morrow to everyone.
Example. Scene 4, Jerry's hut, thunder and lightning, enters Jerry in his nightgown.
And on her knee hath begged me that I will stay at home today.
Well, this dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue squanching blood in many pipes signifies that you great squanches shall squanch, reviving squanch, and that squanch men shall press for squanches, squanchers, squanches, squanchizement and squanchification. This spike dream is squanchified.
And this way...
Squanch!
And this way have you well expounded it.
Seriously? You understood that?
How foolish do your fears seem now, Beth. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go.
Scene 4, a street leading to the throne room. A crowd of people, among them, Mr. Meekseeks. Flourish. Enter Jerry, Beth, Morty, Rick, Summer, Squanchy, Birdperson, Noob, and others.
The Ides of March are come.
Hey, Jerry, but not gone. You are not be wearing it, Jerry. I need you to be wear it. Why won't you be wear it?
Hold up.
But damn, Jerry, read the schedule.
Birdperson does desire you to read at your best leisure. This is humble suit, squanch.
Dad, wait. Read mine first, for mine's a suit that touches you nearer. Read it.
The fuck, dudes? Urge you your petitions in the street. At least wait until he's crowned.
Jerry goes up to the throne, the rest following.
Where is Summer Smith? Let her go and presently prefer her suit to Jerry.
She is addressed. Press near and second him.
Summer, you be the first that rears your hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that I, Jerry Smith, must address?
Most high, most mighty, most... I have no idea how to say that word.
Poisson.
Jerry, I, humble Summer, throws before thy seat a humble heart.
Kneeling.
I must prevent these, Summer.
Oh, thank God.
These couchings and lowly courtesies might fire the blood of an ordinary man, and turn their preordinance and first degree into the law of children. Be not fond to think that Jerry bears such rebel blood that will be thawed by the true quality from that which melteth fools. I mean, sweet words, low crooked curtsies, and base spaniel fawning. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. No, Jerry doth no wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in great Jerry's ear for the repealing of the banishment of Snuffles from thy bedchamber?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Father, desiring thee that Snuffles may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What, Morty?
Pardon, Jerry. Jerry, pardon. As low as thy foot doth summer fall, to beg enfranchisement for Snuffles.
I could be well moved if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. So in the world 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive, yet in the number I do not but one that is unassailable holds on his rank, unshaped of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show of it. Even in this, that I was constant, Snuffles should be banished from my bedchamber for peeing in it so, and constant do remain to keep him so.
God damn, Jerry!
Hence, wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Jerry.
Doth not Morty bootless kneel?
Speak hands for me, Squanch! First, then the other conspirators and Morty stab Jerry. Squanch! Squanch! Squanch!
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub, motherfucker, yeah!
Oh God! Oh jeez!
Try to warn you. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Morty, let fall, Jerry. Guys, I, Jerry Smith, doth die.
Liberty! Freedom! Jerry is dead!
God damn.
Run! Hence proclaim! Cry to the streets! Sound to the common pulpits and cry out! Liberty! Freedom! And Szechuan sauce for all!
Froopyland, be not affrighted. Fly not, stand stiff. Ambition's debt is paid.
Go to the pulpit, Morty.
And Rick too.
Where's Beth?
Fled to her house, amazed. Creature stare, cry out and run, as if it were doomsday. This is new news.
What, shall we forth?
Aye, everyone away! Morty shall lead. We will grace his heels with the most boldest and best hearts.
But here comes my mother.
Re-enter Beth.
Mom, jeez.
Almighty Jerry, dost thou lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils shrunk to this little measure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Jerry's death hour, no nor instrument of half that worth as those your swords, made rich with the most noble blood of all this world. I do beseech ye, if you bear me hard, now, whilst your purple hands do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death as here by Jerry, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of this age.
Come on, Mom. Beg not your death of us. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel, as by our hands in the sour present act. You see, we but our hands in this fleeting business they have done. Our hearts, yet you see not, they are pitiful, and pity to the general wrong of Froopyland. As fire strives out fire, so pity hath done this deed on Jerry for your part. To your swords have leading points. our arms and strength of malice in our hearts, O brothers tempered to receive you in, which with all kind love, good thoughts, and reverence.
What he's trying to say is, we did what we did, do what you will.
Only be patient till we have appeased the multitude, besides themselves with fear, and then we will deliver you to the cause. Why, I did that love Jerry when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. First Morty Smith will I shake with you. Next Rick, my father, do I take your hand. Now Squanchy, yours.
Squanch.
And yours, Birdperson. Though last, not last in love, yours, good summer. Friends all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one or two bad ways you must conceit me, either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Jerry, oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death to see thy Beth making his peace? Shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble, in the presence of thy corse. Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood, it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies.
Listen, sweetie.
Pardon me, the enemies of Jerry shall say this. Then in a friend it is cold modesty.
I blame you not for loving Jerry so. What compact mean you to have with us? Will you have me pricked a number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Jerry. Friends am I with you all, and love you all. Even you, Dad. Upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Jerry was dangerous.
Or else where this is savage spectacle, our reasons are so full of good regard, that were you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek, and am moreover suitor that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a wife, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall.
Morty, a word with you. What the fuck are you doing, Morty? You know not what you do. Do not consent that Beth speak at his funeral. Know you how much people may be moved by what she will utter?
By your pardon, Rick, I will myself into the pulpit first, and show your reasons of his death. What Mom shall speak, I will protest. She'll speak by leave and by permission, and that will contented Jerry shall have all true rights and lawful ceremonies, and shall advantage more than us do wrong.
I know not what may fail. I like it not.
Mom, here, take this body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of him, and say you do by our permission, else shall you not have any end at all. About his funeral, and you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going, after my speech is ended.
Be it so, I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Exalt all but Beth.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men, blood and destruction shall be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war. All pity choked with custom fell deeds, and Jerry's spirit ranging for revenge, with wife by his side come hot from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch's voice cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth with carrion men groaning for burial.
Enter a Froopyland denizen / Unity.
You, foul creature, I know you not by your gait. Your eyes are odd, you move not like the others. Speak, who art thou?
I am Unity, one of many taken in this land. Once a lover of Rick, as a single mind amongst many.
I've heard of your journeys and exploits. Unity, the hive mind that takes over people. Unity, the being that assimilates planets. Are you here to take this land?
Be calm, Beth, for I was invited. I received Rick's letter, and we are more so coming. Rick is my love, but Rick is a hazard. He wrote to us of Jerry, and to us, Jerry is not at fault. Did I say to you by word of mouth?
Seeing the body.
Is this Jerry he spake of? Our sympathies to you, Beth.
Thy heart is big, get thee apart and weep. Passion I see is catching for mine eyes, seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine, began to water. More of you is to come.
We lay tonight with 7 parses to the parcel. To the portal.
Post back with speed and tell him what hath chanced. Hie hence and tell him so. Yet stay a while. Thou shalt not back till I have borne this course into the marketplace. There shall I try in my oration how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men. Lend me your hand.
Exalt with Jerry's body. Scene 6, the Forum. Enter Morty and Rick and a throng of denizens.
We will be
Satisfied. Let us be satisfied.
I will hear Morty speak.
Morty is ascended. Silence.
Well, good luck with this. I'm gonna take a shit.
Be patient to the last. Creatures, countrymen, and whatever that thing is with the wings, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe that you may be the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Jerry's, damn I say that my love to him was no less than this. If then that friend demand why I, Morty, rose against King Jerry, this is my answer. Not that I loved him less, but that, oh hell, he wasn't perfect. Then you deserve better. And you rather Jerry were living and die all slaves, than that he were dead to live all free. As Dad loved me, I weep for him. As he unfortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here to base that would be Zorpian? If any, speak. For him I have offended. Who I hear so rude that it would not be a Cronenberg. If any, speak for him I have offended. Who is here so vile that I would not love his hand, this land, this Froopyland? If any, speak for him I offended.
Enter Beth and others with Jerry's body.
Here comes his body, mourned by my mother, Beth, who, though she had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the Commonwealth. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone, till she has spoken.
Exit.
Stay, ho, and let us hear Beth.
Let her go up into the public chair.
For Morty's sake, I am beholding to you.
Goes into the pulpit.
Friends, Froopyans, countrymen. I come to bury Jerry, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them, the good is often interred with their bones, so let it be with Jerry. The noble Morty, hath told you Jerry was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Jerry answered it. Here under leave of Morty and the rest, for Morty is an honorable man.
Oh, jeez.
So are they all. All honorable men. Come I to speak in Jerry's room. He was my husband, faithful and just to me. But Morty says he was ambitious. And Morty is an honorable man.
As Beth speaks, unity is